Okay, so let's go ahead and start at the front of the mat. Big toes can be together or just a little bit apart. Your heels are set and kicked out, and we're just going to try to get the weight nice and even in the front and the back of the feet. And then from here, let's inhale and take those arms all the way up. Nice big stretch. Exhale, soften the knees back forward, all the way over those legs. Let your head hang. Bend your knees as much as you need to try to get your spine to feel pretty vertical here. And then inhale and lengthen the crown of the head forward. Try to grow out of the pelvis. Exhale, fold over the legs. Maybe two more like that. Inhaling, extending the spine forward, getting a flat back. And then exhaling, folding over the legs. Try to straighten into the legs a little deeper. Inhale, bending the knees, looking forward. Exhale, folding. One more. Inhale, extend and lengthen out. Exhale, fold over the legs. Good. Place your hands down, step that right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Lower the right knee, let the chest come forward and the hips fall towards the floor. Good. Exhale, straighten that left leg back. Keep the toes on the ground. See if you can draw the left hip down towards the floor and back behind you to square the pelvis. Good, and then let's inhale and come back forward, letting the hips drop towards your left heel. And exhale, straighten that left leg and move it back. So we're just gonna go back and forth. Inhale, letting the hips come forward, chest up. Exhale, try to keep that flat back. And if you wanna pull back on those left toes now, you can. Maybe just a few more back and forth. Just waking up the hips, lubing up the joints. Inhale forward, exhale back. One more. Inhale forward. Exhale back, just stay back, toes point to the ceiling, and start to draw your forehead or your nose towards your knee or your shin. One more big inhale and exhale here. Good. Come back up. Place that left foot on the floor and come all the way up so that you have this nice 90-degree bend at the knees. And then from here, you can keep your left hand on your hip, right arm over the ear, and we're going to side bend over to the left. If you feel like it's accessible for your hand to come towards the floor, go ahead. Or you can just rest that left arm on your thigh. You can start to let your hips fall forward, but only if you can keep all that engaged in the front. So I don't want to dump into the low back. Give me another breath here. Good. Go ahead and come all the way up. Place the hands down on the floor. Look forward. Pick up the back knee. Step it forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step that left foot all the way to the back of the mat. Lower the left knee. Let the hips fall forward. Just a couple of breaths here. Starting to fire up the front belly here. So again, I'm trying to slightly angle my tailbone down and my pubic bone up towards my belly button. And now we're going to keep the toes on the floor and start to straighten the right leg all the way back. Take a breath, get long in your spine. And then exhale, go ahead and come forward. Inhale here. And now we're just going to move back and forth. Exhale, send the hips back, get long. Inhale, let the hips come forward. Exhale, shift it back. Inhale, bring it forward. So now if you want to let the toes come off the ground, you can start to flex into that right foot, pull the toes back. And forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Last few. Good. Last one forward. Inhale. Last one back. Exhale. Hold it here. You can start to let your spine round, dropping your head towards your knee or your shin. Drop that right sit bone towards the floor, and that right hip draws back to square the hips to the front of the mat. One more big breath. Good. Draw that right foot in a little bit so that you can get it right under your knee and come all the way up into this kind of marriage proposal position. Right hand on the hip, left arm over the ear, and then side bend up and over the right. Really think about these front ribs kind of cinching in, this front belly pulling up. Try not to dump it all into this low back. Take a couple breaths here. Try to move the ribs. So I want you to feel like you take your breath into the left lung and you actually expand the rib cage with that breath. One more. Good, go ahead and come down. Both hands out in front. This time we're going to step back to our plank. Good, holding this plank position. Feel strong in the arms. Curl the heart forward just enough that then you can take your tail and anchor it towards your heels. Good, just give me one more big breath here. Good, shift your hips back towards your heels and then back forward. Shifting them back and forward. Here we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it back. Here's your little pulses. Here's 10, 9, shins are low and parallel to the ground. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to straighten into the legs, downward facing dog. You can pedal the feet here, just lengthening out the back chain of the body. Switch the legs. So we're just bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg, switching it back and forth a couple times. Good. All right, look at your hands. You're going to bend your knees and get real soft and light in your legs so you feel like you're real buoyant here. And we're just going to hop from side to side. So you're going to take your legs hop to the left, then hop yourself over to the right. To the left, to the right. So I want to try to land and catch myself low. So it feels like those shins land pretty parallel to the ground at the bottom of that movement. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, center. Go back down facing dog. Right leg's gonna inhale up and back. On the exhale, we're gonna slide that right knee forward to tap that right elbow, give it a squeeze, step between the hands, come all the way up, crescent lunge. Good, slow down the breath. So really think of this pulling up action of the pubic bone. Bend into that right knee as much as you can. All right, from here, we're gonna do that straightening of that back leg, swing the arms back behind you, and then we're gonna lean forward, or lean back and bring the arms back upright. Reach them back, lean forward, and up. So arms are making this wide sweeping action. If you want your hand weights, you can grab them, but I just want you to try to work with the strength of your arms, just holding your arms up. Good. Lean back, pull the pubic bone up, straighten your leg, lean forward. Try to keep this flat back the whole time. Let's go 4, 3, 2, hold it forward, arms out to the T, little circles here. Get yourself in this long lunge, making these circles, kick those arms up and back, up and back. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse your circles. 10, 9, get lower in your legs. Here's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your arms up towards the ceiling. Shift your weight forward into that right foot. Hinge forward slightly. Come off that back leg. And take your knee all the way up into your chest, coming upright. We're just gonna hold it here. All right, nice and slow. We're gonna kick that left leg forward. Try to keep the thigh up. We're gonna kick it forward and bend. Forward and bend. If you need to bring your arms down, you can, but otherwise try to keep them lengthening to the ceiling. Draw that tail towards the floor. Let's go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that leg straight, little kick up, up. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing it all the way back behind you, warrior 3. Holding here. Just holding, draw your belly in, get longer. Good, sweep those arms all the way back by your hips. Sweep them all the way forward. All the way back and forward. Here we go, 8, 7, you got this, 6, 5, 4, we're almost there, 3, 2, 1, step all the way back, turn yourself up into warrior 2. Good, settle in, get the legs nice and low. I really want that wrap action of that right cheek underneath you. We're gonna do our little side bends here, reaching up and over and reversing this warrior, and then coming forward. Take it back, and forward. Good. Just go for a few more like this. Last 3, 2, 1. We're going to end back forward, so come into this side angle, left arm over the ear, and let's take this right arm to meet it. Holding here, let's do little pulses in that right leg. If you need to bring the arms down, go ahead. Otherwise, keep that knee going over the second toe. Keep reaching those arms. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Both hands on either side of that right foot. Step it back to your flank. Look forward. Lower the knees if you like, or you can stand your toes for those chaturanga push-ups. All the way down and up. Try to keep those elbows squeezing into your ribs. See if you can keep your shoulders up away from the floor. Let's go 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to the belly. Reach the legs back, lift them up. Keep the hands right under your elbows. And I'm just going to do little swimmer kicks here with my legs. And then with the hands, I want to feel like I'm picking my shoulder heads up. You can keep the hands on the floor, or you can just start to hover those palms. Try to let your neck be relaxed. Don't get tense in your neck, but squeeze those shoulder blades together behind you. Let's go, last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back onto your knees. Back through child's pose. Good. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Pedal feet. All right, left side. Take it up and back. Bring that left knee to tap that left elbow. Give it a squeeze. Step in between the hands. Come on up, crescent lunge. So just stay here for a moment, get your positioning, get your feet wide enough to feel stable. Get your belly engaged, pull the pelvis upright. Heavy tailbone, start to lengthen that right leg back and just hold the arms up. All right, so our action here is gonna be hinging forward, sweeping those arms back, and then leaning back and bringing those arms up. Sweeping them back and up. Back leg straightens and softens. So I'm trying to keep my torso the same, nice and long, and I'm moving from my hip and my leg. Good. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it forward. Here's those arm circles. Take them out to a T. Little circles. Use the back of the shoulders here. Pick those hands up and back. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms come up. Look forward. Shift your weight into that left foot. Come through warrior 3, all the way up to standing right knee to the chest. Keep those arms up if you can. Here we go to kick the leg. Here's 10, 9, 8. Straighten out that left leg. Try to push into it and squeeze the glute. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Little kick up, up, up. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing it back. Reach those hands forward. Warrior 3. Holding here. Just the arms go back and forward. Try to keep them up at the same height as your body. Turn the right hip towards the floor. Try to straighten that right leg. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way back. Step that right foot back. Open up into your warrior 2. All right. Let's do our side bending here. So we're reversing it, reaching up and back. And then we're going forward. Up and back. And forward. Good. Try and get nice and steady in the legs here. See if you can get that left knee to be tracking right over that second toe. Don't let it bend in towards the big toe. You're gonna wrap that left butt cheek underneath you. Last one back. Last one forward. Hold it here, right arm over your ear. Left arm to the ear if you can. Little pulses in that left leg. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Pivot all the way down to the hands. Step that left foot back. Plank. Look forward. Get your tail towards your heels. Pull those front hip bones up. Good. Lower the knees. Chaturanga push-ups. Elbows touch your ribs. Push you back up. They tap. Push you up. Here we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to the floor. That right pinky is going to go on the floor. That left arm is going to reach back behind you. You can just place it on the ground. Now we're going to just lift that right arm and that left leg. Little lift, little lift. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it. Right hand comes down by your side. Left pinky is forward, thumb to the ceiling. Now we're just going to lift the left arm, right leg. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both hands onto the floor. Start to walk your pinkies back, or your fingers back towards your feet. Really lift the heads of your shoulders and push down into your hands. Just holding here. You can even bend your elbows a little bit. Lift your shoulders away from the ground. Last 5, 4, push into the hands. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Bring your hands into your elbows. Push back to your knees. Child's pose. All right. Place your hands down, facing dog. Good, just pedal the feet for a moment here if you need to. All right. Look forward to the space between your hands. You're gonna just walk your feet all the way forward unless you really wanna hop. You can go ahead and hop. Now from here, if you want to grab blocks, if it's hard for you to have your hands on the floor, grab blocks. Otherwise, you can keep your hands on the floor, but we're gonna turn our heels in, our toes out. So heels in, toes out, and we're gonna rise up onto our tippy toes and glue the heels back together, okay? So again, your hands can be up here on blocks if you need a little bit more. And then from here, we're gonna bend the knees, lower the hips all the way down to the heels, keep the heels lifted, and then squeeze the legs and stand back up. Try not to let those heels lower, but we're just gonna lower and lift the hips and squeeze the thighs at the top. Good, so again, those hands can be up on blocks or even on a chair. We're just going up and down. If this is hard for your knees, you can just go maybe halfway down and back up. Let's go for our last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just lower the heels, fold over the legs. Good, if you're not at the front of your mat, go ahead and walk yourself towards the front of your mat. Bring your feet about hips-width distance apart. Look forward, lower your butt to be about the height of your knees, and then take the arms forward. You're gonna come all the way up, reach the hands to the ceiling, come all the way down and tap the floor. All the way up and down. So I want you to be able to touch the floor because you get your hips down, not because you're rounding your back. Let's go, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay low, arms forward, little pulses here in your squat. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Pull your belly off your thighs. 3, 2, 1. Hands to the heart, lift up onto the toes. Little pulses here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels down, roll all the way down onto your bottom, pick up your legs, and just boat pose. Now you can have your hands on the floor, you can have the feet on the floor, you can grab the thighs, or you can reach the arms forward. You work at your own level here. Give me another breath. Okay, hands come behind you, feet come on the floor, and you're gonna reverse this tabletop. So we're pressing into the ground and lifting the hips up. Stretching the chest, let the shoulder blades come back behind you and hug together. And then you're gonna lower your hips, lift up into boat. Good, hands come down, lift up, spread the shoulders apart. Hips come down, boat. Good, let's go. Up, down, boat, down. Lift, down, boat. Good, let's go for 8, 7, you can even challenge your arms, bring them up by your ears. 6, try to get those arms through your chest through your arms. 5, as you lift up to the ceiling. And if you want to straighten your legs, you can. 4, so boat can look like arms up, legs up. 3, 2, last one, hold this reverse tabletop up. Now you're just gonna bend your elbows and press back up. Little bend, little press. I want you to feel like your elbows go straight back behind you and as though they have like a magnet between them. They're still hugging in towards each other. Keep your chest open. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna let your hips come back in between your hands, keep your butt hovering, and then you're gonna lift right back up. Take your hips back between your hands, butt is hovering, push into the floor, lift it up. So don't rest on the ground, try to keep pushing into the floor, and if you can't quite clear your butt between your hands, get your hands on some blocks. Let's just go for 5. Use your belly here, pull your hips up by pushing into your hands and using your core. 4, 3, 2, 1. Set your butt down, boat. Pick it back up. Okay, so for our boat, we're gonna come in a half boat. So I'm gonna give you your easy option first. Hands behind you, legs go out, and you lift back up and in, right? So hands can be here to support you as you go up and down. Otherwise, arms can come up. We're gonna lower halfway down, pick it back up. Halfway down, pick it back up. Here we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Place your feet down on the floor, hands down on the floor. Now from here, you can just keep your feet on the ground, take your knees back and forth. You could pick up your knees and feet and hug them. And we're going side to side with the knees. Now, if you want to take your hands off the ground, hands are going to come to the heart, and we're going to rotate head, chest, opposite side of the knees. Let's just go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last round, 1, 1. Back to center, all the way down onto the ground. Give your knees a little hug. Bring the hands behind the head. Good. Peel the head and shoulders up. Legs in tabletop. And we're just going to extend them out to that 45. Pull them in. Out and in. Try to get those shoulders off the ground. Here's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, send them out straight, take them up to the ceiling, bend them in, send them out. So you're making a nice big circle now. Out, up, in. If you gotta put your head and shoulders down, do it. Otherwise, try to get them up off the ground, not by cranking on your neck and your head, but by using your abdominals. Get those ribs up and over the bottom rib, feeling like you're bringing the chest towards your pubic bone. One more, and then we're gonna reverse it. Take it down, pull it in, straighten it up. Down, in, up, good. Here's 8. Keep that waistband heavy on the floor. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Grab those knees. Rock back and forth. Give yourself a moment here. I got one more set of abs here. And then we're moving on. Hand behind the head. Legs up to the ceiling. Drop that right leg. Turn your chest to the left. Switch the legs. Turn to the right. So I'm turning towards the leg that's straight towards the ceiling. Let's go 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1. Good job. Bring your knees in. Drop the knees over to the left. Take both shoulders onto the floor. Take a breath here. Good. Bring your knees up through center and over to the right. Look over that left shoulder. Good, bring it back in. All right, go ahead and place both feet on the floor, arms down by your side. Walk your feet all the way together and just cross this right leg over the left. We're gonna lift up into our bridge and lower. So I'm on my left leg, right leg is hooked over the top of the left, and I'm trying to pick up my hips. Trying not to be so much into a back bend as much as I've got a nice flat back and I'm lifting from that glute. So the place where my glute becomes my hamstring, that's where I kind of want you to be picking up from and feeling. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Extend the right leg straight, bend it and tap the ankle to the knee. Take it up, tap, up, tap. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, little pulse and squeeze. Up, up, stamp the ceiling with the toe. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross that ankle over the knee again. Lower the hips all the way down, all the way up. Last set. There's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, switch the feet. Right foot on the ground, left leg crosses over the right. Here we go with that lift. Press it up and down. Squeeze, down. 8, 7, 6. And again, we should be lifting the hips from that right glute. 4, 3, 2. Hold it up. Here we go with that. Straighten the left leg, tap. Straighten, tap. Here's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Little tap of the ceiling. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, just pulsing up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross that left ankle over the right knee. Lower the hips down and up. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Walk your feet a little wide so your knees are going out at a diagonal. And we're going to lift the hips from here with both legs. So we're going to lift up and down. Up and down. Here's 8. Squeeze your butt on the way up. 7. You have a lot of room here. 6 for your pelvis. So wait, pull that pubic bone towards your face every time you lift up. Here's 3, 2, 1. Hold the hips up. Can you flex the feet back so you're up on the heels and just press the knees back towards your shoulders. Little butterfly flaps, pressing the knees wide, 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 all the while keeping this pubic bone tucked so you feel some length in your low back. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold those knees there, tuck that tail, little squeezes, pubic bone toward your belly button. So not only are you squeezing up, but you're tilting your pubic bone in. You're creating this posterior tilt to the pelvis every time you tuck. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your feet down, keep your hips up. Dip your hip to the left, up, right, up. So I'm not arching my low back here. I'm tilting my pelvis side to side, creating a little movement and rotation here in that lumbar spine. Let's go. 8, 7, keep the knees moving wide. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last round, 1, and 1. Slow roll all the way down, good job. Lengthen out those legs. Make them into a little V, right? Like a narrow V. They don't have to be too wide. Arms are gonna reach up. And we're gonna do our full roll up and reach through the legs. So on your exhale, arms come up, head and shoulders come up, reach the top of the sit bones and pass the toes as you hinge from the hips. Try to keep that flat back and sit up tall and roll it all the way back. Let's get 4 more like that. Up, reach, sit back and roll it back. Here we go for 3. Here's 2. Last one. Good. Now just hang out here. You can grab for the sides of the legs and the back of the feet, and you're just gonna let your head drop towards the floor as you exhale. And then I want you to inhale and use your hands to pull against your legs and reach your spine forward long so you get a flat back. Then exhale, round and fold. And then inhale, think of lengthening, growing a little closer towards the toes at the top of the head. One more time, exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen. Good, go ahead and bring your knees in, roll over those ankles, place your hands, step all the way back to your plank. Pausing here, feeling strong in the core. All right, so you can come to your knees or you can stay up on your toes. We're gonna take the hands wide for our push-ups. Let's see if we can get 8 of these in. We're gonna go down and up, there's 8. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to the belly, let's stretch the chest. Walk that right arm out, roll onto that right side, take that maybe left leg back behind you, and maybe this time you bend that left knee, reach that left hand back, and grab for the foot. Now, if this compromises the stretch you feel in your chest, then just go for the chest stretch and let the leg be. One more breath here. Good, release that back leg. If you have it, come all the way through center. Take the other arm out to the side. Roll onto that left hip. Now you can stay here, or you can start to bend that right knee, and maybe reach back with that right hand, pulling the heel towards your butt, getting that stretch for the quad. But again, my primary goal here is the chest stretch. So if you're losing that, then let go of the foot. Good, let go of that leg. Roll all the way back to center. And then from here, we're gonna just leave the feet on the floor, curl the chest forward, and I want you to walk your hands out in front of you so they become like a post or like a kickstand. And you're gonna slowly start to walk those hands in, not until you feel your low back compress, but until you start to feel like you can really get a nice chest lift here. Let those arm bones kind of sink back into the shoulder blades. And now you're gonna pull your belly button away from the floor so you feel secure in the low back. You can curl the chest up. So once your belly's fired up, can you keep thinking of this center of your chest working its way up the wall? I want you to feel the muscles kind of right around the shoulder blades and the spine, having to turn on to create this little bit of extension. One more big breath. Push into those hands. Good, lower it down. Now hands are just gonna come either behind the ears or to your shoulders, and we're gonna just do some rotation here. So try to lift up off the belly, press into the feet, and we're just gonna turn to the right, center, left, center, right, left. There's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 1. Good job. Hands under the elbows, press back to your knees, all the way back to your child's pose. Round your back. All right, coming back forward, we're coming into a side plank on the right forearm. So get yourself nice and stable here. I want to angle this right hand towards my left corner of my mat, and then I'm going to step my legs back. Now you can always rest that right knee down if you need to, but otherwise I'm going to try to use, you can use your left hand too, but I want to try to use my obliques here, and we're going to pick up this left leg. Now you can just stay here, or you can challenge yourself by trying to swing that left leg forward and back. We got 5. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Step that left foot out in front. Take that left arm to the ceiling, and we're going to lower the hips to tap the floor. Pick them up. Push into that left foot as you lift. Let's go for 8, 7. You can take that left arm over the ear if you want to. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Come on down. We'll just switch it to the other side. So now my left forearm, left hand angles towards that left corner of the mat or the right corner of the mat. Step your feet back into this plank position. So you can stack the feet. You can always bring the left knee down. That right arm can go to the ceiling or under your hip or on the floor. Right leg up. You want to challenge yourself, swing forward. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. Step that right foot in front of you. Right over to the ceiling. Tap roots to the floor. Pick them up. Tap and lift. Here we go for 8, 7, 6. That arm can go over the ear if you want. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All the way down. So we're going to stay right here on this left side. We're going to do our little oblique work here. Now we're going to come all the way down. Let's see, I'll give you this in steps. So all the way down onto that left shoulder, legs are straight out. They might be just slightly angled towards the corner of your mat. That right arm's going to reach over your ear. Okay, level 1, you're going to come onto that forearm of your left leg, your left arm, and bend your knees and reach for your feet. That's level 1. Level 2, you're going to try to come up onto your left hand and bend your knees and crunch. Okay, and then if you're really going for it today, all the way up on the hand with the straight legs coming up. Okay, let's see if you can get 10 of these. So you choose where you want to be. Here's 10, 9. Get that nice big reach and stretch at the bottom. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it up, little pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down. Stretch. Good job. All right, swing yourself around and roll over to the other side. So again, that right arm reaches forward underneath you. Left arm reaches over your ears, legs are straight and slightly angled to the corner of your mat. You can come up on the forearm, bend your knees and reach for your feet. You can come up onto your right hand, bend your knees, or you can come up onto the right hand and go for straight legs. Okay, here we go. 10, 9. So I'm slightly rotating towards my legs as I come up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it up. Here we go, little 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down, stretch. Good job. Roll onto your back. Legs are going to come up to the ceiling. You can have them bent or straight. Last little push, guys. We're going to open the legs all the way wide. Bring them together. Wide, together. So if you want to, you can leave your head and shoulders down. If you want some more bonus ab work, you can lift your head and shoulders up. Here we go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the legs wide, little circles out wide. Try to keep your hips pretty steady. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse those circles, make them small, like little dinner plate size circles. Here's 8, 7. If you got your shoulders up, get them up. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex your feet, little bend, reach. Little bend, reach. The legs are wide. I want you to use those inner thighs. Little bend and lengthen. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set, all the way together, all the way open. All the way in and out. There's 8, 7, feet are flexed, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab your knees, roll yourself up, bring the soles of your feet together. And then you can lean forward and push your elbows into your knees as you hold onto your ankles and stretch those inner thighs. Slide that right leg straight, keep the left knee bent and the foot in. And then we're going to lean over to the right and take your left arm over the ear. This right arm can go wherever you want to place it to support you. Take a deep breath. Good. Come on up. Let's switch sides. Bring that right ankle and left leg out. Side bend over to the left. Good job. Last one, just both legs out to that wide V. Walk your hands forward. Tilt your sit bones back. Good job. Bring it in. And you guys are done. Great work.